this year here at the Great Western Forum. But let me warn you, as great a prospect as this young man is, and every Wheeler knows how to fight, this is a good boxer who utilizes all 20 feet of that fight tonight.
I'm going to suggest we've got that classic confrontation, the puncher. Out they come. Marquez is decidedly shorter, and in fact listed at 5'7". Oh, the only fight he lost was his pro debut. He hasn't had to go past 8 rounds but once. Magnificent boxer who will befuddle you, dance all the way around, and jab you silly if given the chance.
He'll land a lot of punches throughout the course of the fight. He will. One thing I'm noticing here in the early going in a fight that I did.
Sitting right down all of a sudden, isn't he?
Yes, he's not dancing and running in this fight, but he's so quick, Tom. And
right hand there, a glancing blow, got hit with another, landed a pretty good shot of his own a few moments ago. That brought it out. Rich was couching his observations in careful turns.
See how quick he is with that counter punch there,
Yep.
Tom? He jabbed very nicely over the top of Marquez.
South, if you were down in Chile in the Andes, I mean, that is really a low blow.
But somehow many of those fans missed it. One thing about Marquez, in addition to his power, though, Tom, and Wheeler is seeing it here, is he's got pretty good speed with
favorite with the crowd here at the Great Western Forum. Boy, that is an example of quick hands. Wheeler hit him with 2 shots. A level to box, you're pretty good backing away, and that's something a lot of guys can't do, fight backing up. Be back with round number 2, scheduled for 10 in a moment.
Oh, no question about it. Drew a warning from Larry Rosadilla.
He drew quite a response from the crowd when Rosadilla en masse, several thousand of them. Nice crowd on hand. And of course, we've got the WBC Super Battle.
So another indication that the matchmaker Antonio Curtis here refuses to coddle the young prospects on the way. They have to beat tough fighters on the way up.
He's going to have his hands full trying to catch Wheeler, no question about it. The kid from holding on.
He got wobbled, Tom. He's in real trouble here, and he knows it. He's trying to hang on. That was a perfect punch.
He nodded him, all right, I'm all right. Well, he'd best be on his horse and moving.
He is not all right. He took a tremendous...
Here, the crowd very much in Marquez's corner. Understandably so here at the Great Western Forum. Missed with another one.
I think he grazed him with that one. Wheeler is just about ready to go down for his opponents, but he's finding that Marquez has just about as quick a hands as he does.
Wheeler is going to have to weather this storm and gather himself. Marquez gets shoved down. It was a punch, but back with it.
Remember, Wheeler now is a quarterfinalist in the Olympic Games in Barcelona.
And the chin as he lunges in, fighting Marquez and inviting that good right hand.
As that round.
He kind of rallied a bit toward the end of the round and managed to finish quite strong. Bit of a dance out there and hanging on for most of round number 2. This is number 3, scheduled for 10. The guy with the big-time punch is Juan Manuel Marquez.
And you might be right, Tom. And Marquez is doing following kind of the same path that Marco Antonio Barrera did. Fighting early in his, he fought Eddie Cook, and as we saw when Marquez fought Israel Gonzalez the first time, we got a look at him there. And then
a couple of fights ago, and of course we showed you what he did to Rodriguez, put him away with one. Looks like they clashed with heads, but he's the man showing the effects of it. No Wheeler.
Wheeler needs to throw more punches, Tom. It seems like he's winning.
Belt line. Wheeler thought it might have been a little low, but
you're absolutely right, Tom, and I think a way to correct that is to jab more, and then as his second ask him to do jab.
And then he'll find him an easier target to hit if indeed he can get that done. Having a pretty good round, and he's showing none of the effects of the good right hand.
I mean, the lower portion of the body, again, by Marquez. So he's had a couple, Tom, that really strayed south of the border.
Dropped by the people in the corner of Julian Wheeler. This is round number 4. It's scheduled for only had to go 8 once. He's put people away with such quick dispatch.
Already fought 2 10-rounders and a 12-rounder that have gone the distance. So, you know, he's a guy who's already accustomed.
Thrown by Marquez, the smaller of the two, but a very dangerous puncher. Wheeler stepping.
He's quick, and I think he's coming back into himself now. He looks more solid on his legs in this round.
Survived round number 2 and did. Shows none of the effects of a big when they get close enough to land some bombs. Wow. Big time uppercut by Marquez. And
Wheeler sticks his chin out, and he's open for a counterpunch.
It was only his quick speed of body to the end in a very inviting fashion.
It looks as though he's picking up confidence in this round.
Yeah. Probably feels a little more at home. Seems to be at least holding his own, if not outboxing Marquez here. As we watch.
Marquez turned to southpaw there for a few seconds.
Yep. As the round is coming to a close.
Ratings for the first time.
Don't think he can't fight. All right, after 4 rounds, here's how Milana sees it. Dead even at 38. Wheeler's in the blue. We're in round number 5 of
took Eddie Croft apart in sections, basically, and just broke him down as he does so many fighters. And
it seems he just methodically goes about what he has to do, and he's devastating.
He is really good.
Yeah. He moved up, won the featherweight title, didn't he?
Yes, and also in the WBO, 126 pounds, there were featherweight championship.
Barrera's the double.
Tonight, when we see Zaragoza go at it with Hector Acero Sanchez, they'll be deciding the WBC title. And you're seeing, Tom, why I told you I felt that he was in line. And this is what I expected to see from him from the beginning. He knows how to use that ring.
Marquez
is beginning to close a little bit.
It is indeed. He got nailed again with the left hand. And after each other since the opening bell. Marquez with a big-time right, from Virginia Beach, Virginia, rallied and has done very well since then. This is scheduled. Round number 6 as Wheeler in the blue comes out to meet Marquez, and they have nearly identical records. Each is 1-12 and lost 1. The only difference being hitter, who boxes very well too. I don't mean to minimize his boxing skills; they're considerable.
Wheeler's going to have trouble. That's why I keep saying that. I think he needs to be first with his jab, from his standpoint. Title bout, Garcia, another one of the rapidly growing, talented stable of Robert Alkin, and Big Bear with Alcazar, Carlos Famous Hernandez.
Roar of Larry, you don't know what you're looking at from the crowd.
Juan had a look in his own face like...
It's by Marquez, caught on the arm of Wheeler, which is not to say it didn't hurt or sting, but...
That didn't help Marquez any. Rosadilla grabbed Marquez away from Wheeler as he was going in after him.
They nailed him with a big-time right hand in the second. Caught him with a good left here in round number 6. Boy, Marquez just keeps coming on, doesn't he? That right hand.
Underpinnings under that pretty long body for this weight class.
That's right.
Of Julian Wheeler. And
there's in the closing seconds of round number 6. There's the bell. He escapes. Marquez is not without the effects of a very, as he did in round 3. Wheeler here in round 7 will have to be on his horse and mover again. Marquez has only had to go past 8 rounds once. But we'll see if Wheeler can take him into the...
As though Marquez can take Wheeler's best shot, but then Wheeler can't really take Marquez's best shot too good.
When he hooks with it rather than a straight.
Really haven't mastered that aspect of it, of being able to clinch a guy when a guy hurts him. And, you know,
it really wasn't that great a punch. No, you're absolutely right. He grabs you and holds on and waits for the referee. And in the 6th, looked as though he was headed for the deck, did not go down. Has the advantage of saying to himself, this guy's best shot can't hurt me that much. Wheeler, for all of his trouble in round 6, is not showing much backup here in round 7. It looks like it's on the verge of becoming a troublesome thing, Rich Morado.
Yeah, he started to squint with it, Tom, as early as the second.
Completion. We'll be back to see about round 8 right after this. Number 8 here at the Great Western Forum. Couple of dandy young featherweights. You're watching in the black and the red. Nice left hand by Marquez. He's had Wheeler wobble-legged on 2 occasions in round number 8. And remember that Marquez has only gone past 8 once in his young career. Why he comes
decisive rounds, but I don't think enough to give him a 10-8 round. Even though he was hurting Wheeler, he's probably still on the judges'
exactly. Reminder, we've got the WBC Super Bantamweight title bout on the Villa Zaragoza. Quintessential, the old Ultimate Warrior. Back for one more shot that he got handed to him back in June in Ledyard, Connecticut. A lot of people think he beat
Marquez. You know, we showed you the tape of his fight. Let's see how Wheeler survives. Portillo the other night for a fight with Orlando Canizales for the title.
On the big
corner, and he looked like a man who was about to go to the electric chair.
Exactly, and not to denigrate the concern. Oh, did he catch somebody in delicto flagrante? How did he get that one?
I really couldn't tell you.
A good right hand by Marquez as we come to the end of round number 8. We'll be back. Wheeler up by 2 points. This is a very tough fight to score. Make no mistake about it.
Kind of almost flip of the coin deal. Thought he had a slight edge.
Neither man has been down. Just that close to being closed, and yet he continues to go along. Neither man,
at least up until that point, had been missing a lot more punches in the last couple of rounds than he was earlier. Possible, Tom, to try to take the legs away from Wheeler, because the legs, as I mentioned, don't look that strong. If he could slow the kid, but he's been pretty much a headhunter, with the exception of those low blows.
Yes. Throw a couple of those in. This is round 9. Rosadilla is a good official, but he has a tendency to get in the middle, get between the fighters, Rich. No knockdown.
Sure why, when he had Wheeler hurt in that second round, and I think that cost Marquez a couple of really precious seconds.
Round number 9, scheduled for 10. Right, and some of the crowd don't like the idea that it was no knockdown. We're going to take another look. Could very easily have been a knockdown. Could have been a 10-8 round. With Wheeler getting the round number 10 of this featherweight scrap. Neither man has been down, although we thought that Sanchez went down. So recorded by the referee Rosadilla. In the second round, why Wheeler, who's Marquez. You know, Wheeler looks a little bit.
Look at his face, a little bit jaded.
Yep. Still tough. Still there's forcing the action, walking in on him.
Decision in this fight, Tom. It may be greeted with booing from the fans due to the fact that when Marquez
came back from each and every one of those, he fought well in the 3rd, came back very strong in the 7th. Again, Wheeler looks as though he might be a little rubber-like now.
A knockdown or two would really help Marquez in the scoring. Wheeler's in trouble again.
Yep, holding on.
He got
to get down with the right hand. Wheeler won't let smart enough and tough enough to grab and hold on.
And he just clamped down on that left arm. What happened? What was that?
I don't know. About 10 seconds to go. He stopped the fight with 10 seconds to go. Doctor? Doctor? Did he stop the fight? Seconds to go, he stopped the fight? He stopped the fight. Unbelievable. And I'm sure Wheeler's people feel as though they're victimized. We'll be back.
The fight, then
no
I think that he was in that 10th round.
Rounds 2 and 6.
Juan Manuel Marquez.